morning, everyone. It's Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42. How you doing? It is Monday, the 3rd of August, and I am here for a regular update. I know a lot of people watched my little PSA that I put out last week, and I'm telling you, seriously, I had some fun with that, and I got some very interesting comments. There were several people that immediately ran to check and find their own stray little hairs. One theorist said it could be alien hairs. They sprout overnight. Aliens. Do 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 do. I was told that my performance was worthy of Shakespeare, and I even received an Oscar nomination. Thank you. You like me. You really, really like me. A couple of people told me they almost spit their drinks out. If you've watched me for any length of time, you know that that is a possibility. I've been told that many times. So continue to tell me when it happens, because I just pat myself on the back and say, good job, Audrey. But the best thing is that so many people just put the laughter icons, emoji icons, on their comments, and 2020 has been a bitch, and if I brought you a laugh, that was what I was aiming for. So thank you for watching my PSA on not being bearded ladies. I did check this morning, and I am free today. This video is not going to be incredibly long because I don't have very much to show, but I have things that I have to get accomplished today. So we're doing a video. I have a finish. I have a new start. I have the winner to announce from the giveaway for the Long and Winding Road by Blackbird Designs. And I have progress on a couple other pieces, and yeah, that's what I have to do. Fast life update. My work schedule has changed. For the past 5 years, I have worked Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. And last month, I asked my work wife if we could alternate months. Give me a month where I would have Sundays off and work Friday for her, and then the next month we would reverse back. 2 weeks into that, she sent me a text message and she goes, how would you like to continue with this schedule indefinitely? Yes, please. I had asked for Sundays off so that I could have a day off with my husband. We've been together for 39 years, and I really like the man. And for the past 5 years, I have not had a day off with him unless I've requested it. So I'm excited about that. It's taking some getting used to, though, because 2020 has totally screwed me up on knowing what day of the week it is. So now I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, work Wednesday, have Thursday off, work Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I think, is Monday. Monday, I think, is Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm not sure what day it is. And that sets the tone for the rest of the week. But because of that schedule change, my son Philip came down Saturday night, and he was the first guest to stay in the crafting bureau. So that was nice. I got to see my son, which is always a good thing as far as I'm concerned. My daughter Erin came over Saturday night, and the four of us, Mark, Philip, Erin, myself, had dinner, sat and talked, watched movies, watched shows. It was great. So Sunday morning, I asked my son Philip, how was sleeping in the crafting bureau? And he said, it wasn't bad, Mom. One issue. And this one issue is good to know. I put the bed on rollers so that it could roll out from underneath the shelf, kind of like a trundle bed. He did that when he went to sleep, but when he got up in the morning, when he went to stand up, putting his hands on the mattress to stand up, the bed wanted to slide out from underneath him. That's a good thing to know, to let any future guests know, because Apparently there's a unwritten guest list somewhere on the internet because people are saying now that I've made that room for them to come visit. Someday, someday, someday. So, I've talked about my schedule changed. I talked about my son being down here. I talked about grooming. Cross stitch. We're on to cross stitch. Okay, my finish. Back in May, I was supposed to go to Boise to the retreat that Melanie Smith, Yarns and Thread, puts on, and the Rona made it so that we couldn't go. She sent the package to me, and the pattern that we got for that retreat is Stone Street Stitchworks. This is the Quaker Wreath. I stitched it on the 32 count linen that she sent me with the silk flosses that her friend had dyed, and these silk flosses were dyed to match DMC colors, plus the extra pink one, so that you have the option of doing the center motif either blue or pink. I opted to do the blue. So I finished this yesterday. I haven't ironed it because, yeah. And there you go. I think that that is absolutely gorgeous. If it will fit in one of the frames that I have, I will be framing that piece. I just think it is absolutely beautiful. And I want you to know that I was so tickled when it lined up. Because if it hadn't, I would have been fudging. Because life's too short not to fudge if you have to. Okay. And I have housed that this whole time in the bag that I got from the retreat, which has got Halloween doggies and cats on it, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. All right, my new start. In that video, I showed you a pattern as I make the mess across the kitchen table. Keslin's Wicked Web. So when I went upstairs and I was putting away the stuff that I had shown in my last video, I looked at this and I thought, you know, I really, really want to stitch it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start it. And I grabbed that Okefenokee. Yes, Okefenokee fabric that I had picked up at Acorns and Threads. And I got started on it. So there is an issue with the pattern, and it's not a big issue at all. This pattern has 3 colors in it, and I didn't use any of the called for colors because there was an Etoile DMC, there was a Gloriana, and there was a Rainbow Gallery. The pattern, if you look at the picture, the web is stitched in white, the hat is stitched in black. If you look at the pattern, the web would be black and the hat would be white. I sent an email to the designer. I don't know if she's received it or not. I haven't gotten an answer back. No big deal. Easy fix. Just know that the web should be white and the hat should be black, and you're good. But the other thing on the pattern, the way the letters are, I was having a difficult time, I was having a difficult time differentiating between what should be a letter and what should be the web. So I solved the problem by taking my yellow highlighter and on the pattern just highlighting the letters so that I could see them and what was supposed to be stitched next. It's the only thing that I've highlighted on this pattern, and when I'm done with it I will probably pass it along, but I'm not done with it. Okay, so that's the pattern that I worked on. This is where I'm at. I love it on this fabric. I just think it's perfect for it. But I went through 4 or 5 different colors of floss until I settled on what I wanted to use for the web. because what I had first picked out was a petite treasure braid. They're glow in the dark, but it's like 6 strands, and it didn't separate into individual strands. It had a blending filament in there, and it just didn't want to separate, and altogether it was too thick to stitch on this. I know that I have some Krynic upstairs. I had 2 different colors that were glow in the dark, which is what I wanted. One was the really, really heavy braided Krynic, the one that looks kind of green, and one, it was too thick, and 2, I didn't want a green web. The one that looked more white also had blending filament in it. I tried separating it. That didn't work very well. So then I went back upstairs and I found another petite treasure braid. This one was silvery, and I really didn't like that one at all. I thought, silver might look good on the web, because when you see the webs in the morning, they glisten with dew, and that was kind of what I thought it might look like. Yeah, it didn't. And then I remembered, in my big bag for my Afghan, I have DMC Light Effects Glow in the Dark 6 strand, and because it's DMC, it separates really easy, and that is what I ended up using. I posted a picture on Instagram of what it looks like glowing in the dark of my husband's office, so if you wanted to go see that, you can. I also realized when I was stitching the web that on one part of that lower swirl, like right up here, I made one stitch of that lower swirl a half a stitch too long. I was not going to unpick all of this, so all the corresponding stitches on either side of it, and I think one over here, I've made a half stitch too long to accommodate for it, because it's a web. It doesn't have to be perfect. Things don't have to be perfect. I think we worry sometimes about making things too perfect. It got me thinking when I was on a Zoom meetup last week. We were talking about samplers. So far, I have not fallen down the rabbit hole of stitching samplers. But one of the things that I just don't understand is when somebody stitches a sampler. Let's take Sally Spencer, because it's the only one I can think of. People stitch it and they put Sally's name on it. Why? You're the one stitching it. It should have your name on it. People will put Sally's name on it, and down on the bottom they'll put their initials and the date. Why not reverse that? Put your name on it and put Sally's name, stitched after Sally Spencer. I don't know. It just seems to me that someday in the future, they're going to find hundreds of Sally Spencer samplers and wonder why she stitched so many of them. Shouldn't the sampler have your name on it? Just a crazy thought I had. You can tell me I'm crazy. I kind of already know. All right, my other little project that I was working on yesterday, I was stitching on my Mill Hill kit. This is one of the painted pumpkins. And that is where I am at with it. Stitching black on black perforated paper and having to leave spaces for beads became such a nightmare yesterday, because I thought I was off here. I picked all of it out. I started it again. Then I thought, no, it's the orange over here, so I picked out all the orange, started it again, looked at it because it didn't match up down here, and I thought, what the heck? So I went back. I had it in the right spot the first time. It's what I call a blonde moment. It is now fixed. I have very little stitching left to do and then just the beads. So that will probably be done later on this week. It's a plan. It's a goal. I have things to do. I have a journal to work on. But upstairs has been hot because we've been in the 90s here. Okay, before I go on and show you my Afghan, this was the pattern that I had offered up to give away on my last regular update. Blackbird Designs, Long and Winding Road. I did the random comment picker, generator, Paula Dawn. Your name came up. You said that you liked listening to the Beatles, and I had gotten this song stuck in your head. You're welcome. It's a good song. It was stuck in my head for a few days too. So my email is down below. My Instagram is down below. Send me a message. You have 2 weeks to notify me. Hopefully you will, and I can get that sent out to you, and then I'll go on to the next one. So the big bag with the Afghan in it. This is what I'm working on, Stony Creek Halloween Village. I love working on this piece so much. Even though it's big and it's bulky, it is just so easy to work on. It is the one that I think I do the most when I'm on Zoom meetups, because I do my Zoom meetups sitting right here at my kitchen table. I don't have a great source of light behind me to shine down on my work, and moving the lamps in here is a pain in the butt, so I just haven't been doing it. So finding something that's a larger stitch, size stitch, really works. This is what I have been working on. This is page 1 here. I reached the inside corner turn. I still have to stitch over and reach the outside corner turn. Working on the pumpkin. I do have some of the white filled in, which is the glow in the dark. And this is where I am at with the whole thing so far. So I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I love working on it. I want to get to that outside corner and get the turn down just so I can do that, and then I'm going to switch over and stitch across the top to the other side so that I have the full top row done, and then I will work down. So pause for a moment because I have to go get some Happy Mail. One of the things that I hate about this time of the year is that we've been in this house since 1988, and we have had to deal with sugar ants ever since. It is an ongoing nightmare. I do battle with them constantly. I got up to go grab my Happy Mail, grab myself my water, and noticed that the island is covered with sugar ants. So I will be going to the store later on today to get some more taro traps and put them around the place. But in the meantime, I have a citrus cleansing spray that I use all the time, and it kills ants on contacts, and when you wipe them up, you've cleaned your counter at the same time. Yes. Hate ants. I received a card from Donna Ray, and this card is plantable. It grows wildflowers. Oops, dropping things on the floor. So if I went and stuck that out in the ground, I could get some flowers. How cool is that? But she sent me some stickers. She sent me an Edgar Allan Poe sticker, which is perfect because I need that one. A candle. And this one made me giggle because this is a movie that I really, really like. And this song, the theme song from this movie, gets stuck in my head all the time. This is from Lost Boys. People are strange. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly. When you're alone. Yeah, I can go on. I know the whole thing. And that song, is it strange that that gets stuck in my brain? I don't know. Thank you, Donna Ray. I love the stickers. I love the card. I don't know if I can plant it, but maybe I'll plant bits of it. Ooh. Ideas. A lady had contacted me. Her name is Brenda. I'm not going to mention a last name. She said she wanted to send me something. I got this box in the mail. I got this box in the mail. And I opened it up, and it is jam-packed full of stamps and ink stamps. And the first one I saw was a coffin. Yes. And a headstone. And a British phone booth. And I'm not going to show you everything that was in there, but this thing is full. And I get to the bottom of it, and just as I'm getting to the bottom of it, Mark comes in and he goes, "So what'd you get?" And I'm showing him all this stuff with this wicked grin on my face, and he goes, "Well, it's a good thing you have a craft room to put them in." Yes, yes it is. And then I saw the package in the bottom of this, and I started giggling like crazy. Brenda, you made me a day, because she sent me a bag that says, "Dem Bones." A complete skeleton rubber stamp set. Thank you so much. I am going to play with these. Oh my gosh, I am going to play with these. I think I'm set for life. There's just so much cool stuff in here. Oh yeah. A mermaid. A clock. Oh, all sorts of good stuff. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Brenda. So that is pretty much what I have to share with you all today. It's warm, it's summer. Stay cool, stay hydrated, groom, make sure that the theorists are not correct and that it is aliens planting random hairs everywhere. Until we meet again, my friends, live long and stitch on. Bye-bye.